This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Because we are celebrating good times. Come on.
What are you doing?
I'm touching my celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Doorbell.
All right, love, calm down.
I always have to edit a lot on this podcast, so if we could just stick to the script and no having any fun around it, that would be great.
Can we have a bit of fun with this?
These headphones are loud, aren't they?
Yeah, mine are
This is
too.
the sort of stuff I'm talking about.
Let's have a bit of fun
I'm
with
just
this.
going to leave it in.
Let's have a little bit of fun with this.
Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that's interesting. Hello? Oh, that headphone hole is louder than that one. I can hear. I'm not going deaf. I've been putting my thing in the wrong hole.
Interesting or boring?
Innuendo.
In your endo.
Up your endo.
Come on then.
Not today.
Can we do the podcast first?
Yes!
This time.
Good evening. I'm Michael Aspel, and this is Your Life. Actually, your life's boring. But we're going to carry on. I first welcome your mum. First, you've never watched This Is Your Life, have you? Right,
I
okay.
used to years ago. But
Okay,
Why am I
right.
the mum?
You've got an authority.
Do you recognise this voice?
I have such great memories of you from the moment you were born to now. You've always been such a joy.
Yep, that's right. Those are generic words from your mum. Dun, dun, dun. Now, do you recognise this voice?
I like you all of the time, even when you tell me off for things I do wrong. I know you mean well, and I thank you.
That's right. That's your youngest daughter, Kelly Betts. And here's a hanky for those tears from your eyes of your head. Now, the moment that gets everybody welling up on This Is Your Life is the moment that some northern numpty
Not me this time.
strolls out to talk about Eurovision. Today, that part is played by Matthew Lockwood. Matt Lockwood went to a local singer-songwriter's house to talk about Eurovision and to watch the Eurovision happening live on the television. Matt, what was it like? Matt?
Is Matt there?
No, he's not here. He's not. Where is Matt? It says here, 7:17. Lockers in studio. Who set up that guest? Matt Lockwood. We have a screen in front of me, okay, and it tells me what's coming up, and there's a little bit of script, and it tells me who set it up. Right?
Let's round
It says Lockers in studio, set up by Matt Lockers.
Here.
Oh!
Here we go. I'm here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yo-ba-da-ba-doo.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Are we on air, are we? Oh, how are you? Are you all right? Look at his face. You're in shock. Well, I was in shock when I went to the Eurovision party. 4 hours of mayhem. Beautiful vibes, though. Really enjoyed it. After all the introductions, it was the party got started. I saw Jan. She'd travelled from was it Amersham, I think it was? Amersham, yeah. Then there was Mary, who sang in a fish and chip shop. Fried potatoes. And then I had a back massage, which was very, very nice. Raymond was particularly concerned about my spasm. And that was lower. Ooh, really got to the spot I did then.
Sort of saw the face then as well.
And then there was a lovely spread as well that Sheila, Raymond's partner, had made. There was coleslaw, potato salad, there was grapes, orange segments. I did say, is any white wine, Sheila? And she said, no. I went, oh. Says, is any beer, Sheila? She says, no. I went, oh. And then Raymond showed me his pictures and showed me where I was sitting. Lots of chairs, big TV. Yeah. Right. This is a piece I did with Mary and Leslie after a few glasses of wine, and we were critiquing the songs. Have a listen to this. So, Mary, you're comparing the Swedish entry to a migraine.
Oh, yeah, because it's a lot of flashing images. But it's good. I mean, but I wonder about the electricity bills. That's what I worry about. I worry about the electricity bills in this place.
Do you want to do Graham Norton's job for him? I can arrange that. I mean, I work for the BBC. I'll have a word with Graham, and next year Mary can do Graham Norton's job. I mean, I would pay to watch that. I'd pay a subscription to the BBC for that.
See,
I thought that's the best song so far. It was very straightforward, catchy.
No, what it is unfortunately for Sweden, nothing measures up to ABBA, and frankly, it's just nothing to me.
So you two are discussing the Austrian song now. What's your thoughts on the Austrian song?
I've seen a person looking like that in Austria.
It looks a bit like Conchita, doesn't he?
It does.
Yeah.
Right, actually.
I only found
well
out
spotted.
today that Conchita is a man. We've been wondering all the week whether it's a man or a woman, and in the Daily Mail today it said his mother knows him as Tom somebody. I thought, oh, he is a man then. I thought that beard.
I wasn't sure if it was a man or a woman. I was a bit
The body
confused.
and the arms look like a woman, and the voice sounds like a woman. Can you have your voice broke and then have your voice unbroken again? Can you?
Well,
So this is a Grease
It's too
song.
shouty. Too shouty. It doesn't sound like Grease, does it?
Too much cleavage on show.
No.
Take on the Latvian entry, Mary.
Well, I don't think the scenario would be good if she stepped forward. She's going to fall off the plinth she's standing on.
what about the song, Mary?
What about the song? No.
So we're now on Azerbaijan. Leslie, what have you just said about this song? No, you've got to say it. You said that Graham Norton would be drooling. Is that a quote? Are you going to deny that? No, she's not going to deny that.
I don't like Graham Norton with his beard. Has he got a beard at the moment tonight? I don't like it at all. Not a grey one when you're only, in his 50s, whatever he is. Makes him look like an old man. Don't like it.
What about the dancers, Mary? You haven't quoted about the dancers. What do you think of them?
Well, they're all scrabbling about on the floor. But they're men in peculiar bottom stuff, aren't they?
But I think what they're supposed to represent are wolves, because it's
Oh,
the
are
cry
they?
of the wolf.
Oh.
So he's making the cry with that awful voice,
And they're the
and
wolves.
they are the wolves.
I see. Oh, I didn't concentrate, did I?
Oh
You
dear.
spent the whole night there.
Mary made the night, and so did Leslie.
And this is the noise that this was you and Mary earlier on.
Lower. Ooh.
And then as you said goodbye,
Yeah.
here she come now, singing, come on, it, deal, deal it.
Guys.
Touch my bum now, come on, Justin Dealey. Touch my bum. Come on, Dealey, come on. You're right, fella.
Hey, I can't hear nothing.
You don't need. Why do you need headphones on?
I like to
Likes to
listen
hear
to myself, yeah.
He can't look at himself, so he's going to hear himself.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Straight in. That's what it says there.
Oh yeah, that bit goes straight in.
Okay, we're in. It's on page 35. A woman living in denial.
How?
That's if she fits. Nigerian lover proposed after 6 months, then said he only wed me for visa. Well, Dina. I know that Nigerians like big butts and they cannot lie, but even they would have trouble with that.
She might be charming.
When Dina Charles walked down the aisle, she could not wait to spend the rest of her life with the man she loved. But just half an hour after the pair exchanged their vows, she discovered her Nigerian groom had been texting another woman. I'm texting another woman. Dina, I do not love you, Dina. I love another woman. I'm here for my visa, Dina. I'm here for my dinner, Dina.
Can you stop doing the voice?
Is that bad?
Yeah.
And Dina was left further humiliated when hubby, Ben Moore, admitted he'd only married her for a visa.
Ben Moore, I know Ben Moore.
Ben Moore.
Oh, different fella.
Dina, 23, says, my whole world came crashing down. Can I do her voice?
Yeah, you can do it.
Racist. My whole world came crashing down when I found out my marriage was a fake. I love Ben with all my heart, and there's plenty of it. There'd have to be. We'd made loads of plans for the future, and he seemed desperate to start a family. I want to start a family with you, Dina.
Stop it.
She was instantly attracted to his looks when they met online, and was hooked after he struck up a flirty conversation. The thing is, right? A lot of these women that marry Nigerians, a lot of these people that are exploited for visas, right? They are permission to speak freely without any accents.
Okay.
They're deeply unattractive. And they've never experienced people showing them love and affection. So someone shows them love and affection, they get sucked in. Your first love, you thought, that's it, I'm going to be with this person forever.
No, I didn't. I
You
hated
didn't.
his guts to start with.
Well, your heart is colder than that of Olaf's, but the first love, generally, we think this is it, this is going to be it forever. And this is their first love. This is their first... And someone's showing them a kindness and affection and, and they think, oh, this is it, and it's not.
They're vulnerable. Anyone who is willing to throw their life up in the air for the sake of someone that they've known for 6 months, they are desperate for some sort of change, aren't they?
I couldn't imagine being so...
And that, Kelly, yes.
We started chatting and he explained he'd come to the UK from Nigeria to study for a business degree. She met him in London for a day of sightseeing. Ben took me to see Big Ben.
Did he know? On the first date?
Cheeky! Straight out! We're out. Talk up carnival in it is what you've written here.
Yes, please, can you?
I don't really...
So you had those 2 people on.
Yeah, but we still don't know what happened.
Do you want it in? It's 20 minutes.
I want you to cut it.
Oh, yeah, of course I'll cut it.
Well, then it won't be 20 minutes.
19 then, I'm lazy. Just take out the
You're right,
intro.
Deals, how's it going?
Yeah, fine, boss. Yourself, how's it hanging?
To the left today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, mine's to the right.
True.
I'm amazed yours can hang at all in those trousers.
You love them.
What?
Who's
trousers?
It's yours now.
Or is
It's
it mine?
not.
It's not me, guys.
You haven't got headphones
I
on.
haven't got it. Come with me.
It's you, Kelly.
Ah,
Justin,
Geezer.
bring... This is him off the clock, guys. This is him actually off the clock.
What can I do for you, boss?
You know when we went to see Paul McCartney?
Oh, yes, I do. What
I
a night.
drove. I parked.
Yes.
Guess how much the parking was?
I would say, do you know what? I paid 19 quid at Heathrow. I'm gonna go with... How long were you there for again? We were, 3 or 4 hours, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with 20 quid.
Now, when I've parked at the O2 before for concerts, it's a flat fee, and it's been 20 quid.
Yeah.
30 quid.
What?
30 quid. On top of that, 7 quid for a hot dog.
Yeah.
Those free tickets. I mean, not quite so free. So
Right.
could you give me that money?
No, listen.
you pay for my parking?
Listen, I'm not going to pay for you because you weren't savvy. I drove to Euston, parked for free. It was a Sunday, and then paid 7 quid for a tube ticket. You mugged yourself off.
can someone introduce the bit of the carnival?
I'm so
or what?
sorry, I forgot what we were here for.
Talking of refunds.
Here's the carnival.
Nice, thanks, Kath.
Yeah.
So just to summarise, Hayley, you're suggesting that Clary said that your costumes were, quotes, and the last time we used this word, crap.
Yep.
And that that you weren't on the list, even though you could see you were on the list, and they weren't going to put you on because they didn't want you to ruin their carnival. Is that right?
Exactly, the finale.
Clary, artistic director of the carnival. Clary, you've heard the accusations. What's your response?
Firstly, I never spoke to Haley. I don't even know who Haley is. And I had no discussion with her, and I never said to anybody that the costumes were crap. I don't use that language. And anybody who knows you will tell you that I would never have said that, because I'm always very careful. I don't even judge in things because I don't like to have a sitcom. I don't like to criticize other people's work because I'm a designer myself. What we did was, the issue here isn't anything to do with their costumes at all. If they have taken money from people, and they should have been responsible, and they should have made sure that their truck was ready and secure so that they could deliver the infrastructure to the expectations of the group which they had invited and the money they had taken from those people. They didn't do that. And as a result of that, issues down the line, by the time they got to where I was at the Ram stage, the finale was on, and the next thing that is prepared is standing waiting to go on after Rampage. At that point, I had already had to cut. Several groups going over did not have the time that they were meant to be. Rhythms of the City came all the way from London. They, instead of having 4 minutes, had 2 minutes. Other groups, Mahogany came from London. Instead of having 4 minutes, they had 3 minutes. Get across the stage quickly because we needed to go, because this year we did not have the funding to do the sound sites in the way we normally do. And as the St. George's Square is a sound site, we had to make sure the parade got over as quickly as we can, so we could hand back that site to the sound site.
Let me interrupt, because there are several things.
Can I finish?
No, Clary, I'm going to come in, because there are several things that both of you have said that I'd like to pick up on. Firstly, You're saying that you never said the costumes were crap and that you didn't want them ruining your carnival. Okay.
I did not say what I said.
Did you?
Is that the finale is on,
Yep.
and you will not be able to go. And I never told, and I didn't even speak to her.
Okay.
So you can't say that I said that because somebody's reporting to her.
Okay.
What they think is their opinion.
Okay, Clary.
And had they been on time,
Yep.
they would have been across the stage in those same costumes,
Clary.
and there would be no issue.
And I'm going to go back
That is what this is about.
Thank you. I'm going to go back to Hayley in a second. So please don't think this is completely one-sided. But why was it organised so badly that you'd mistimed how much time people will get on stage? Clary?
Sorry?
How had you managed to mistime?
I didn't mistime anything. Haley,
are you responsible? Are you responsible for how much time people had on stage?
No, we are responsible for the way in which the parade happened.
No, Clary, sorry, Clary. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Excellent. Okay. You said that some people weren't allowed on stage. Let's forget Hayley for the moment.
No,
you said
there wasn't any. I didn't say that.
Okay, you said
that we were given in my ears from security.
Right.
I'm getting instructions.
Clary, can I please put a point to you, and can you listen to it, please? Sorry. You said that some people... OK, I must have misheard you then. I thought you said that some people weren't allowed on stage, but you did say...
I said we give them less time.
Yeah, OK. Well, that's... how come it was organised so badly that people got less time than they were promised on stage?
It wasn't that it was organised so badly. It was raining, and so there were health and safety issues that we had to deal with throughout the procession, to do with the stage, to ensure everybody was safe on the stage.
What was the health and safety factor, Clary, that meant that they didn't get the...
Slippery.
Clary, can I finish a question, please? Please. Clary, can I finish a question? It's very frustrating. What was the health and safety that meant instead of having 4 minutes on a stage, someone got 3 minutes on a stage?
Because at the very start of the parade, when people were coming off the stage, it was raining and we had to be very, very careful.
So they had to go quicker on the stage?
Had to be slowed up. You couldn't come onto the stage very quickly. Everybody had to be more careful, going on the ramp and coming off the ramp.
So you gave them less time?
We had to take extra care. And so we were being more careful. And in doing so, to ensure that everything is still running, we had to ensure that people were actually getting on and off more carefully.
By giving them less time to do it?
So, no, what you had to do is manage them carefully so that they could have a good performance and get on and off the stage safely, and that's what we were doing.
By giving them less time to do it?
The problem, we have some groups for whom going on stage was not a priority, because they weren't being judged. They weren't having.
I wonder how, Clary, how rushing them makes it safer to go. Well, you said that they'd gone from 3 minutes to 2 minutes.
I said we were being careful to ensure everybody's safety
by giving them less time to be on stage.
No, I said some groups we were discussed with them, and some. So, for example, I have a group myself. And I managed my group across the stage to ensure that all the groups coming through were going to have their time. What happened here is that we had got to our time, and this group was outside of their time. They weren't in the right place, and had they been there, there wouldn't be any issue.
OK, let me go back to... Clary, let me go back to Hayley. Hayley, a couple of things. Mm-hmm. Did you speak to Clary or not?
I did speak to Clary.
Because she says that you didn't, and she says that she didn't say that the costumes were crap.
Right. The first person she approached was myself, because I was right at the front of the truck. I was the only person she approached at that time. I did, however, have another colleague next to me, Clarky, who was also wearing a high-vis, so she actually approached me first of all. She wanted to know the name of the band. She looked down and she said, "This band is not on my list." Now, I'm not being funny. Obviously, I know I spoke to her because she was the only one at that point in time, and we know that she's the artistic director. Okay, so I did speak to her. I don't know if she's forgotten, but I haven't forgotten. I wouldn't forget speaking to somebody and telling them, and them telling me that my band is not on the list and you're not spoiling my finale show.
Have you forgotten, Clary?
Well, I don't remember speaking to her. I remember speaking to a young man who, I said, "Who's your name?" I can't remember his name now. I looked at what was going on the stage, looked at my time, and it was time for us to give it back to the Sounds Forum, and that's what we had to do. And there was never been any issue. If the truck had been ready and in the place, they would have gone over, no problem. At that point, I had a decision to make, and I had to make the decision.
So you did speak to Hayley?
I don't know if I spoke to Hayley.
Because you said, you said you definitely didn't, but now you're saying you might have done.
I don't know who Hayley is. You're telling me this is somebody's name. I don't know who Hayley is.
Hayley, Clary did raise an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
In the, how many people did you have on your float?
Right, let me just pass you over to Cleon Lord.
Why?
I'm the band's director. Sorry about that. Good morning to everyone.
Sorry, why am I not speaking to Hayley anymore?
Oh, I see you want to speak to you.
Okay. Hello?
Hello, yeah. How many people did you have on the float?
How many people we had on the float?
Yeah.
What do you mean, in the height masqueraders and costumes, or as in...
How many people did you charge 50 quid a pop to be on your float?
How many people did we charge? £50. 30 people.
30 people times 50. Catherine, you do the maths. It's too early for me. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah. Why was your float not ready then?
Well, it was ready.
Well, it wasn't, was it?
What happened is one of the straps came loose. Sometimes it can happen. So, we decided to strap it up again.
But why was it... But surely... why was your float not ready? If you're charging 50 quid a pop and you've got 30 people, that's £1,500, my slow maths has just worked out. You weren't providing them with what they were expecting.
Well, no, we done an announcement, so they were fully aware.
But if I was paying 50 quid to appear on the back of a float in a costume, I would expect that float to be road and indeed carnival ready.
We were still moving along.
But you had to pull over and let everyone else pass you.
Yeah, because we didn't want to take a chance in, if
so the float wasn't ready.
If somebody was working on the actual speaker, okay, and strapping across, you can't then let a truck move.
No, of course not. But it should have been fastened correctly before you moved, before those people even got there.
And at the same point, what I do want to go back to is why there wasn't a contingency plan for people that was late.
Oh yeah, we'll go on to that in a second. I want to know why you were charging people 50 quid a pop for a float that wasn't carnival worthy.
Well, it was. It
wasn't, Hayley. The speaker wasn't strapped down. It wasn't safe.
That was a health and safety issue.
Yeah, I know, and I'm glad you strapped it down. Why wasn't it strapped down safely before?
Sometimes these things can just happen.
Sometimes the strap can just come undone.
Yeah, sometimes it can do. It depends.
Wow.
If you double strap the speakers, yes, it can happen.
Okay.
It depends on which way. Everybody has their own individual way in strapping.
And is one way better than the other way? Yeah.
It depends on what kind of speakers you've got again.
Right. So, but is there one way that's kind of better than the other way, more reliable?
Not really.
Because you don't hear about speakers coming unstrapped or falling off floats very often. It just seems that if you're charging, 1,500 quid, I just don't understand why you hadn't strapped the. How much money are you going to give back to the people?
How much money are we going to give back? We'll give back a refund of £20.
And have you told everyone that's what you're going to do?
They will be getting that, yeah.
Okay. When did you decide that? Just now?
No, yesterday we decided that.
And you've told everybody that was on the float they're going to get 20 quid back?
They'll get 20 quid back.
You've told them that?
Correct. Yes.
And they're all happy with that?
Yes, they would be.
Well, you've definitely told them?
Yes, we have told them.
Okay. Because part of me is thinking, Hayley, chinny rack on. Yeah, that you've just realised that maybe you weren't providing the service that perhaps you should, and it's just popped in. So if we were to speak to somebody that was on the back of that float, they would have got, a phone call, email from you yesterday saying they're going to get 20 quid back?
Some of them have been unable to be reachable, but we are sending out emails today.
How many did you reach yesterday?
A few.
If it was not, Hayley, if it was none, just say it was none. Come on, listen, guys.
No, it was a few yesterday. A few of them yesterday. Okay. But it does take some time to try and do these things.
Okay. Do you have any sympathy for Clary, who was organising? You know, it's a big thing organising something like this, and if people are turning up and their trucks aren't ready and there's bits that might fall off and they've got to stop and pull over, and you know, Clary's gone to a lot of work to organise this and plan this, and it's like a military operation. If you're, you know, causing problems, have you got any sympathy for Clary, who was trying to, you know, get this show on?
I do, in a sense. I do. Having said that, her reasons were not stated as to why we did not go on the stage.
You were late. Your truck wasn't ready and you were late.
But for some reason, I don't understand. We, you know, in Notting Hill Carnival, this doesn't happen.
Notting Hill Carnival, with the greatest of respect to Luton Carnival, you know, it's like about 100 times bigger and better. And no disrespect to anyone organising this, but Notting Hill Carnival is massive. People come from all over the world for this. This is Luton Carnival.
Yeah.
And it's disappointing, but, you know, there was... The truck broke down. Let's be generous. Let's say it's, you know, it wasn't a mistake, that it was just one of those things. Can you really blame Clary for saying, look, I'm sorry, you know, the speaker was going to come off. You had to stop and strap it on. We haven't got the time to get you on. Rampage, you're on.
Yeah, my point is, why make a comment about what she said? Why make that comment? There was no need to make that comment. All she needed to say was, okay, I'm sorry, Hype Masqueraders, at this point in time, you've reached judging point late, you cannot cross the stage, I am really sorry about that. Yeah. That's all she needed to say. But what she did say, and obviously I didn't like it, and nor did the directors of the band, they did not like that.
Her saying that the costumes were crap?
Yeah, that the costumes were crap.
Hand on heart, Hayley.
Spoiled, the finale.
Hand on heart, look me in the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Did she really say the costumes were crap?
She did, hand on heart. And that's me being very honest.
On your mother's life?
On my mother's life.
Clary, on your mother's life?
On my mother's life, I would swear, and you know what, even so, I'm going to swear on my daughter's life, okay?
Okay, well, I wouldn't ask you.
I'm swearing on my daughter's life, okay, and I'm telling you this is what she said.
Clary?
Hello.
You've heard what Hayley said. Now, come on, you were stressed. It was a busy day. The weather wasn't quite what you hoped for. Lots of people, you know, shouting, running around, and, you know, people turning up late. And it's... I respect to you for organising this. Is there a chance that you might have said the costumes were crap?
I don't think so, because I have been...
You don't think so?
No, I can't remember doing that.
No, and that's fine. You can't remember. You saying you can't remember implies there might be a chance.
Well, no, I don't.
She's just sworn on her daughter's life.
I did say to them that you couldn't go on because you've got the finale on, and I can't deal with it. I said, look and see, look ahead of you, see what's going on. That is what. Yes, I did say it would spoil the finale, and on top of that, the time had gone, and before they even gone past, there was the next performance was on the stage, waiting to start. You know, they were at the corner and the girl had started her performance. We couldn't do the time at that time. And I can't accept responsibility because they didn't get where to do what they should have done with their infrastructure. We could have, at that point, when they pulled aside, said, sorry, you can't continue in the parade. Instead, we made a decision that we would let them continue. So in the interest of all the people that they had brought, to continue through. And had they been on time in the right place, then they would have gone on the stage, wouldn't they?
Hayley, do you accept that? If you'd have been on time...
That is what would have happened.
Do you accept... Let's put the bad language to one side. Do you accept, Hayley, had you been there on time, you could have gone on the stage, and that it was unfortunate that you couldn't?
Most probably, yes.
All right. Hey, Justin!
Yeah?
You're in the podcast.
Great stuff.
I didn't authorise this. Didn't authorise Dealey in the podcast. I think he's in it too much.
It's in my contract.
No. Who's Albert? I don't remember who Albert was.
The meat packer.
Oh yeah.
It's classic.
That could. This is classic. Says Justin Dealey about his own bit of radio.
Albert.
Morning, Dealey. Morning, Ian.
Oh, what a legend you are, Albert. What a legend in your own underpants you are.
Thank you, sir, and yourself.
What have you got for us, Albert?
I'm throwing my hat into the ring. Eurovision next year, my friend.
Okay, what have you got?
Man. What have I got? Meat is a cruel mistress is the name of my tune.
Okay. Do you want to sing us a bit?
Oh, it's a bit fresh off the press.
That's
but I tell
okay.
you, I've got a whole load of tunes, cover versions that I'm going to send to Ian in the next couple of weeks. You're going to love this.
Okay.
Every time I go away, you take a piece of meat with you. You know the Paul Young song?
I do, unfortunately.
Classic.
Yes.
I've got a cover of the ABBA song, Chicken Pizza, You and I Know. You know that one?
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah.
I
Anything
want to
else?
hold your ham.
Sing it then, go on.
You know it. Are you going to join in?
Well, you start and I
Dealey,
might join in.
Dealey, why don't you sing it? Come on.
Go on, Dealey.
Albert first, come on. Albert first.
No, come on, Dealey.
Come
You've
on,
got the
Albert.
vocal cords, son.
Come on, you can do it, come on.
Oh, I want to hold your hand.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you, Albert.
Wow.
Okay, that was Justin Dealey, and I think you'd agree that was classic.
Do you agree, Justin?
Yes, I do. On this occasion, I do agree.
By the way, no secrets here. To send an email to most people at the BBC, first name dot last name at bbc.co.uk. Justin.dealey at bbc.co.uk.
Yeah, but it's the spelling, you see.
Well,
yeah,
they
exactly,
Can,
you
they
see.
can Google you to check.
Well, I'm just saying that there is another Dealey out there who's also famous, and it's spelt...
Another Justin Dealey?
No,
Well, then that wouldn't work.
No, but Cat Dealey's very famous.
She's not on the BBC system.
Different spelling to me. I'm just saying people get confused.
So you're saying if they spell Justin.Dealey wrong, it will go to Cat Dealey?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
Then
just
why are you saying anything?
I'm saying that she's a famous Dealey and she's got a different spelling to me. That's a good fact.
Speaking of spelling,
Was that classic? Yeah. Sorry, Kelly's doing some business.
Speaking
I
of-
wish you wouldn't do it in my studio. I've got to work here.
yeah. Speaking of spelling,
Yeah.
This is the moment I died.
Spell square. Kelly, spell square.
SCU. What? Oh my god!
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I meant.
That's fine. That's fine, Kelly. Microphone's off. There's the podcast. Just put that as the podcast. That 30 seconds. I knew if I said it quickly, she'd get confused.
Because she was so methodical last time. She even did the head. SQUAR.
There's no good spelling it in tandem with your mate. You spelt square on local radio, and you're lucky we've had the
that's
recent
bad?
figures in. There's no one listening, but
You think that's bad? You know, when she typed on the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
It's like item. Come on then, Kelly.
T-E-M-K-E-L-L-Y. I-S-A-N-U-M-P-T-Y. Put that in the podcast, and I'll be listening to
No.
this week's podcast and
Nope.
make sure that you do.
That is not going in.
That's going to be my new ringtone. Well, OK, it turns out square is actually quite a tricky word to spell. So there's big, massive flags that say Bedford Square. But they don't say Bedford Square. They've spelt square wrong. They've got the A and the U the wrong way round.
Oh, these massive flags are opposite me right now. I'm live in Houghton Regis. 6 of them, giant flags. So square, even I can spell square. They've spelt them SQAURE.
Kelly had a little bit of trouble earlier on. She thought square was spelt with a C. But it's great to have you. It's great to have you back, Kels.
No.
You did, mate.
No.
It happened, and it's in this week's podcast.
It was such an accident. I don't know how to spell square.
I asked you
don't
to
know
spell square. You went S-C. Catherine, can you get that audio of Kelly saying that, please?
I don't know
Sure,
where
Kelly's
that
clipped it. We asked her to,
came
didn't we?
from.
Yeah, Kelly, where's the clip that I asked you to get of
It's
that?
deleted. It's with
Okay.
the littlest hobo.
Okay, if you could find that for me, Catherine, me asking her and her giving us the answer, please. That would be great. Yes. It's great to have you back, by the way. I had no one to bully. You've taken this to the streets, just, of course.
I have.
Would expect nothing less from you.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of people on our Facebook page and Twitter as well, they've seen these flags and they're saying this is utterly ridiculous, it's embarrassing. But the bigger question for me was, would anybody in Houghton Regis notice that square wasn't spelt correctly?
Yeah.
So what I did for 25 minutes, I spoke to the people here in Bedford Square and I asked them a very simple question. I asked them to spell the word square. Here's what happened. Can you spell square for me?
Oh, come off it. Square. S-Q-U-R-E, innit?
Daniel, how do you spell square?
It's square. S-Q-R-E.
Okay, great vibe.
Poor spelling. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
How are you, madam?
Square. S-Q-U-R-E. Oh, no, I can't remember. I don't know, I can't remember. Square, how do you spell square? S-Q-A-U-R-E. I think.
Anything about religion? No way.
No, not about religion. How do you spell square?
He said S-Q-U-I-R-E.
Afternoon, ladies. Doing some dog research. Very simply, can you spell the word square for me?
S-Q-A-U-R-E.
I've got Justin. There's another 55 seconds of this to go. This is breaking. Is this real?
This is real. I promise you, this is real.
This is the most depressing Vox you've ever done. This is breaking my heart.
You said to me yesterday,
these
you
idiots.
won't find anybody who can't.
I did.
Yeah, well,
I did.
Should we continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. What do you think, madam? How do you spell square?
Fair, couldn't we?
The question is, madam, it's quite a big question. Okay. How do you spell the word square?
S-Q-U-R-E.
Ask you a very quick question. How do you spell the word square?
Don't know.
I'm a street dog from the radio.
Yeah.
How do you spell the word square?
Square? S-Q-U-A-R-E. What?
I'm J-Dog.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And yourself. How do you spell the word square?
S-U... Oh, hang on. That ain't spelt right up there anyway.
But that's not spelt right. No. Yeah, that's correct. So how do you spell it?
S-U-A-R... I don't know.
I love the way you said that's not spelt right, but you couldn't get it yourself.
Wow.
The one good thing to come from that, Kelly doesn't feel so much of a numpty.
She does.
There are people out there who are as dumb as Kells.
I mean, we could try another word in Houghton
I
Regis.
know how to spell square.
It's great to have you back, mate.
Speaking of dying.
Hey, speaking of dying, this is sad. Came home yesterday and the boys were all excited. Hey, Daddy, we've got a bird.
Oh,
what?
no.
We've got a bird. I said, go and show me. And there's a tiny little baby bird that had fallen out of a nest and was kind of stuck on the pavement on the floor in our garden. And they put a teddy bear by it. And I said, I forgot I was talking to children. Well, that's going to be dead soon. They went, what? I said, well, that's going to be dead soon. Why? It's covered in your smell. And I just got a text from my wife this morning during the show. Let me read you that text. It says, poor bird. So that bird's dead.
Have you got a cat?
Maybe she's talking about herself.
Well, there you go then. It's not fallen out. It's the cat which has murdered that bird. You name me a more arrogant animal than a cat.
Dolphin?
No. A cat. It does what it wants, how it wants, and also it goes out. Cats go out and they murder for fun. And do you know what? Here's a question. Why is there not a cat court?
What?
Yeah? No, I've said this for years, okay? Cats go out and they murder.
Recorded.
They murder every single day and they get away with it.
What do you mean? Who would be in charge of cat court?
Well, the chief cat.
Top cat.
Yeah, it's like saying for human beings, oh yeah, you can't have a court for humans if they kill people. It's the same principle. You've got animals out there who are killing each other and they're getting away with
So
it.
you're imagining a cat court, then there'd be a cat prison, right?
Yes.
Cat probation?
Yes, the full
Cat
shebang.
community service?
Yes.
They
How
can go
would the
pick up
cat
their own
defend
stuff.
itself, though? You know they
Well-
don't speak, right?
Well, do they? How do you know? Cats communicate, don't they? Everyone communicates.
What about cat dealing?
Well,
She'd be the hot, sexy judge.
yes.
In cat court.
You see where I'm going here?
I'd love to go down there.
Just murder a bird and...
Because it's taking a really dark turn.
Anyway, speaking of murdering animals, here's a bit about when someone didn't murder a rabbit.
Get the latest news and sport online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.
Thank you, Barry. He got Hunt's name wrong, but it could have been so much worse. It could have been so much worse. Hey, coming up on the show today, Kelly Betts is back. Kelly, great to have you back.
Thanks, man.
And what we're going to do is we are going to kill you live on air. I hope you're okay with that.
I brought a bicycle pump.
Yeah, good. We're going to inflate her and then batter her to death. Is that all right, Kelly?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice work.
Across beds, huts.
They never killed a rabbit. They never killed a rabbit. Here's the thing, right?
Not with a bicycle pump.
What did they inflate it? They inserted
That's what I thought at first, but no, they just hammered it over the head.
They never killed a rabbit. That was an hilarious stunt. Steve Penk was probably the producer that day. They never killed a rabbit.
I tell you what, if they did kill the rabbit, they didn't eat that one because there's no meat on a rabbit anyway. Never mind a tiny baby one.
This is the Dutch radio presenters
Danish.
who they. Good. No, I'm glad you said that because I always get the two mixed up.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Dutch and Danes.
Words.
So they're Danish.
Yeah.
Like a pastry.
Yes.
Do the Danish pastries really come from the Danes?
I'm going to say no, Greg's.
That is nuts, isn't it? Surely you can't call them Danish anymore. Like, you can't call Kendal mint cake unless it's from Kendal mint cake.
Yeah, important.
So these Dutch radio presenters... no thanks, I'm full. God, I knew I was going to do that!
You'd be gutted if I actually had one.
Not as gutted as the rabbit wasn't.
Oh, dear.
So these Dutch radio presenters, they...
Danish.
no thanks, I'm really stuffed. They claim that they killed a rabbit live on air by battering it to death. And it's in all the papers. The whole world has gone, this is disgusting. I tell you, yeah, it is disgusting. It's disgusting that there are radio presenters still so lazy that they would pretend, because that's what they did, guys, to kill a rabbit on the air. They pretended. They would have got a pump, a cushion, and a squeaky toy.
Well, it would explain why they went into such detail. Apparently, they were saying, "Oh, it's twitching," and it was so they were painting pictures, weren't they, with their words?
With their mouths.
I'm going to kill a rabbit.
No, this is no rabbit. No real rabbit is being damaged at this point.
Kelly, I'm afraid, due to our lack of sound effects, you're.
Shall I do the squeak?
Oh no! Hang on a minute. I think I can make this work. Hang on one second. Hang on a second. Does this? Let me just see if this. Let me just see if this works. Hang on a second.
I know which one.
Oh, hang on. It's not working. Hang on a minute.
Can you not use my child as a sound effect? What about one of yours? Or Locker's going, ooh.
Oh yeah. Hang on a second. You missed this yesterday, Kelly.
That'd be better.
We heard Locker's sex voice. Hang on a minute. Where have I put him? Oh, I've got so many. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So we're gonna kill her. So I've got a rabbit here. This is it. Theatre of the mind. Right. I've got a rabbit here. Cute. Lovely.
He's called Alan.
It's called Alan the rabbit, and I'm gonna kill him now. He's just. You hold him there, Kath. You got him. You got him. Where should I hit him, Lockers? There.
Lower.
There.
Lower.
There. Yeah, you love that, didn't you, Lockers? You dirty boy. That's what they did! They didn't kill a rabbit! They did not kill a rabbit! It never happened. Now, if someone were to point me to the video footage, which no doubt they would have shot, then I'll stand to be corrected, but there ain't no video footage, because it didn't happen.
And it would explain why the animal rights activist stood by and then said, I have nothing to say now.
Yeah, there was an... oh, jeez. And everyone has fallen for it!
Everyone except...
this guy. Not Jackie Wilson, I mean, he's dead, but if Jackie Wilson were alive, he wouldn't have fallen for it. He'd have seen right through those Dutch people.
Danish.
No thanks, I'm full.
Samantha Bruff, BBC Three Counties Radio.
Did you just cut the cheese?
I don't have any cheese.
I think you stink.
Yes, so do you.
How rude. Hey, how rude having a go at little... How old's that little girl that...
6.
Sammy, you think a bit Billy Big Boots?
Potatoes.
Yeah, bullying a 6-year-old child? How outrageous. Isn't it, though? Isn't it, though? Isn't it?
It is, though.
Isn't it?
It is.
Kelly, great to have you back.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 6:16, we're down the rabbit hole. We ain't pretending to kill no rabbits down this hole. Rabbits are free to come and go as they please. Oh, yeah, headlines. 6:16, these are your headlines on BBC Three Counties Radio. A woman... I'm just getting it out of my system, because when I'm on BBC London this afternoon, I won't be able to do any of this nonsense. Straight down the line. Straight down the line. Yes, I am. Straight down the line. Midday. A woman from Hertfordshire says she's appalled after finding an Italian tomb built over her great-grandparents' grave in Hoddesdon. Permission granted.
I don't think it's literally for Italians. I think it's Italian style. We can take the Italian bit out. It's just a mausoleum.
Those damned Italians coming over it.
I may be wrong. But
no, these are victims of the famous ice cream wars of the 1970s. No, those Italians coming over here stealing our grave space with their Italian tombs.
I don't think it is, but it might be. So
Okay,
just
steady. Got no idea. We're in a very naughty mood this morning, primarily because Kelly's back. Great to have you back, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And the Queen's doing something later. Wicked.
Three Counties Radio.
We're the BBC. I'm sorry, guys. 08459 455 555. What was the phrase that offended you? Emotive land.
Emotive land.
Right. No, and I think that's genuinely a beautiful phrase. There is much
It
land
means
that
nothing.
Oh no, Flanders Fields. That's not emotive land.
It's the emotion that you attach to it, the land in itself.
No. All right, guys, down the rabbit hole until 7 o'clock. Emotive land. Dealey, take this to the streets. What land is emotive for you? 08459 455 555. I can think of plenty of emotive land.
Go on. One example. Holland or Denmark?
All right, then. Do you want to do this on air? Because I'm about to pwn you, and you can't come back against this. You ready, Just?
Why are you going to turn my mic off? Go on.
No, I'm not going to turn your mic off. I'm going to pwn you, and you're going to go. You're about to hear you go. Oh, okay. Ask me the question.
Emotive land.
Yeah.
What's yours?
The spot just west of Edinburgh where my dad's ashes are buried. Very emotive land.
You buried your dad's ashes?
Yeah, I know.
No, it's not. That's not uncommon. I've done
Yeah,
that.
that's
not his dad. But
That's
someone
called is that interning them?
Yes. Interring.
Inter it, is it? Oh,
Yeah, not
blimey.
interning.
I thought we got a turn each.
That's giving them a
I
job
went
for
to
nothing.
Edinburgh earlier in the year. I think it was this year. Maybe anyway. To get rid of my dad's ashes. Right. I thought we were going to scatter them, and I was all set to scatter them, and then we buried them, and I had to pretend I knew that's what we were going to do all along. So that's emotive land, Justin, isn't it?
Oh wow, that's getting deep.
Well, it
Really
wasn't that deep. And my nan and granddad are buried there illegally.
Really?
Yeah, because you can only have a certain amount of things there, like jars with the bits in of the dead person that you loved. And like all the Rugvies are kind of, their ashes are buried there. But the council, when my nan and granddad were going to be buried, they said, "Oh no, you can't. You've not got permission to do it." So they're like, "Oh, all right, fair enough." My family are dead common, right, and they're from South London. So they buried. I think they buried my granddad's ashes there. But they weren't allowed to bury my nan's, and so the guy from the council, they watch you bury the ashes and stuff, and then they kind of cover it up. And my family, they went to leave, and then when they saw the council had gone, they went back and they dug it up again very quickly, and they put Nanny Peg's ashes in there.
I know I often say I don't want your life story, but that's actually a very good one.
In it though.
Yeah, I like it.
In it.
Good.
So, emotive land, 08459 455 555. It happened. It happened. There is emotive. You must know emotive land, Justin.
Emotive land for me, again, it's probably going to be quite deep. It's where my grandparents are buried, at a church in Hemel Hempstead. Nice bit of land there.
Beautiful.
That land to me is special.
It's emotive.
Can I ask a question of Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly, where's your nan?
She's several places.
Hey.
One.
I took her out in envelopes.
Yeah, in money bags and cigarette boxes. And
Love
she's partly sprinkled in a chip shop in Wales.
All right, this is the phone-in. There are two phone-ins. In the chip shop?
Yeah, they don't know.
In like an ashtray.
They trickled her all over the shop.
Here we go, two phone-ins, right, Justin? You take your pick. Right, you take your pick. Emotive land.
Yep.
Or where's your nan? 08459 455 555. Where's your nan? Just remind us, Kelly, where's your nan?
Chip shop in Wales.
Okay.
Mine's in Southport. She's alive.
Made myself laugh.
She also is inside me somehow, because when we threw her ashes, I swallowed a load.
Oh no!
It's not a clean process, is
No.
it? Have you ever seen it? When we
blowback.
My granddad went first, and my other grandma died, right? And they wanted to be sprinkled together.
Oh.
So we had to wait. And then we had this moment where we went on the Garden of Rest, and it was like they give you that sort of shake and vac thing. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And it takes ages. And
Yeah.
everyone sort of
Hurry up, nan.
and then we released some balloons, so effectively litter.
08459 455 555. Emotive land and where's your nan? Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
What are you doing in here, mate?
I just thought I'd come in.
I'm on the defensive.
I just thought I'd come in and feel the vibe. Why not?
You only ever come in if you've got a cough or a clown. Which is it?
On this occasion, neither. My woody is not working. Yes. Somebody has broken my wood.
Hazard of the job.
Yeah.
Do you want to welcome Kelly back?
Kelly, welcome back.
Thanks, man.
That's all right.
It's great to have you back, Kels.
Thanks, man.
So Dealey and I went out on a date at the weekend, Kelly.
To see Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Hey, how's his Meat-Free Mondays going? Did you ask him about that?
I forgot to ask him all about his Meat-Free Mondays. That was the problem. I knew there was something
That's
that
the main
we
thing he's famous for, isn't it?
we meant to ask him.
Hey, hi there.
Yeah.
Paul speaking.
I know, Paul.
Listen, I need your help.
What?
All I want you to do is just log in on pledge.meatfreemondays.com and pledge your support to the idea of Meat-Free Mondays.
Okay.
All you need to do.
Tell me what to do.
I need your help.
Yes.
Please do it.
You said that. What do you
We'll send all these pledges to the politicians, and then they'll do something about it.
Are they going to be bothered?
So I need your help.
What do you want me to do?
Please,
Tell me.
Just log in.
Okay.
Pledge.meatfreemondays or one
Could you
word,
do that reggae style?
Pledge.meatfreemondays.com. Pledge.meatfreemondays.com. Pledge.meatfreemondays.com.
When do you want me to do it, Paul?
You can do it right now, please.
I can't, mate. I'm doing a radio show, Paul. What's interesting about having Justin in this environment is this shows that when he's on the air, he's actually exerting some self-control. That's him reining it in.
You've been carrying that cat stuff around for quite a long time, haven't you?
No, I have. I mean, I love cats. No, I do. I love cats. Don't get me wrong, but
You despise them?
No, I just think some of them are just they're serial killers.
Guys, this is great bands. Can we hurry up because I really need a poo.
Okay.
Speaking of poo, here's some stuff from Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only Mr. Sepp Blatter. He's a legend, isn't he? He doesn't give a stuff.
He's a chancer.
He's had it. The chance is paying a chance in a million. This morning, guys, down the rabbit hole. Welcome. Only till 7 o'clock. Then we come out and we do a proper show for the boring people. You guys are the real people that we do this for. The last 2 hours is contractual. This is what it's all about.
Hang on, some of the boring people listen again.
This morning, and we can get Daly out on this, I want to celebrate the first hour of the show. I want to celebrate the magic. Hats off to, let's all salute Sepp Blatter. Even his name is just like random letters. It's like someone got some Scrabble tiles, tossed them in the air and went, Sepp Blatter. That's what we'll call the baby. He's a legend, isn't he? Have you seen the hottie? He's with a hottie. All of his wife. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's his girlfriend. She's got red fishnets on. She's got red fishies on. That's his girlfriend. That's the coolest thing ever. Every man's dream is a brassy, chunky woman with red fishies on, and she's got 'em, and he's got 'em. This morning, guys, we are celebrating, and I want Dealey out on this because this is going to be the easiest Fox this guy's ever done. Today, we are celebrating the legend, the player, Mr. Sepp Blatter. Sepp's on the line. Morning, Sepp.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
Hello, Sepp Blatter, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, and I thank you very much for praising me on the radio. Everybody else seems to hate me, but it's nice to see somebody that actually respects me.
You're having a tough time at the moment, Sepp. It's on the front page of The Sun. Give me his head on a blatter. Everyone's out, gunning for you at the moment. How does that feel?
Well, you'd think they could come up with something more clever than that, something that didn't rhyme. I don't know why they all hate me. I try and cater for everybody.
Yeah.
But
you are a bit of a player, Sepp. You've got some beautiful women in your life. You're 84 years old. How do you do it? What's the blatter magic?
It's just for personality and good looks.
Well,
it's got nothing to do with the money. Nothing.
Yeah, it's a bit touch of the old Blarney Stone, huh?
No, well, it is. It's just charm and sophistication, and I read them a bit of poetry now and again.
Poetry?
Yes, I like to go for poetry.
What kind of poetry would you read to a younger woman, Sepp, to get her into your changing room?
Should I compare thee to a summer's day?
Yeah?
There at Farmo Wonders, and you can come and sleep with me if you wear some fishnet stockings. That sort of stuff.
Okay, the romantic stuff.
Yes, romantic stuff.
Well, that's it, guys. That was the podcast. Boy, wasn't it great? Why have you stopped leaving 5 gold stars and nice comments? Why have you stopped doing that? What's that all about? Do that more.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you should be doing it more.
Okay, well.
Right, we're done.
Bye?
Yep.
How does This Is Your Life end?
The person gets shot.
That was your life.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.